Alright, we should probably give this one a watch, man. We got to. 50 minutes is crazy, alright? Lock the fuck in. It's time to lock in, chat. Alright, we got another DogPack404 reaction to do, bro. I worked for MrBeast. He's a sociopath, rather. I'm not even going to say anything. Let's just, unbiased, don't give a fuck. Let's just see what he's got to say.
I'm hungry. I'll write jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it. Hey, what the hell happened to you? MrBeast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go back.
I was gonna be somebody. I was gonna be this. Carl took my job. Carl took my job. It was worse than the dumpster diving.
Carl took my job. They took her job. He said, Daryl. I can't. Yo, if you know that if you know the took our jobs episode from South Park, you're a legend, bro. Jake Weddle.
Okay, content cop from Temu back at it again. So just before I get into my interrogation of former MrBeast employee
Temu. True.
Jake Weddle, a lot has happened since my last video.
Yeah.
After posting, I got hundreds of messages from former MrBeast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their support or telling their stories of you know, fake videos or unsafe
I would
practices,
read those, but
you know, toxic.
We don't got 2 hours, chat. Well, we do, but I don't want to waste 2 hours on this.
Workplace, stuff like that. I'm not really going to get into.
If you want to pause and read all those comments, you surely can.
Those claims, because for one, like, most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand, and also, like, I think most of that stuff's just been covered with you know, the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also, I have like more serious allegations that I want to start covering. Also, I heard from a very credible source that MrBeast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. You know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Also, I know MrBeast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people.
Kids Bop, Kendrick versus Drake. That's crazy.
On, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my.
There's gonna be a 3rd part? Dude, he's really stretching this. That's what you do, though, dude. Like, he's being smart about this, man, by breaking it up into multiple parts. That's what you do, bro.
People. It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes.
Allegedly.
And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former MrBeast employees of very serious allegations. So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that, you know, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first, because I get a lot of DMs. And like, as much as I meme and joke around, like, I take anonymity very seriously, so without explicit permission, I don't go public with anything. And obviously, if it goes to court, I would hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. And former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making some girls feel uncomfortable. You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay,
Wait, MrBeast's production crew trapping 100 girls in a circle, depriving them of sleep, starving them, then trying to bang them. Yo. And it plays the Always Sunny fucking clip, dude.
Fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay, that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyway, so that will be part 3.
Christ,
so, you know, MrBeast, do with that information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond to those allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect, because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a MrBeast video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document format who was working at MrBeast while actually on the registry. and I'll get more into that story at the end of the video. So I got his DM.
Wait. What did he just say?
Drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep.
I mean, it's no secret MrBeast has weirdos working for him. I mean, come on, bro. Like, that's no secret.
A bunch of caffeine, and I also only had one.
We know a lot of them shouldn't be in the position they're in.
So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing, people said my last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It builds up over time. But I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay.
That was horrible.
Jake Weddle, everybody.
Why'd you do that? You shouldn't have done that.
Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from MrBeast, I'm a deep cut. I'm in a few of the videos. Sometimes maybe purposefully kept to the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them.
I gotta pause this. I'm sorry to like kill the seriousness, but I've been drinking these lately. Milks from I think that's Tillamook or Fairlife. It's Fairlife. These are good. This vanilla one is very good, man.
I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021-ish when I came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a TV show now. He went from YouTuber guy with a camera to Amazon. The culture around there was very unspoken, but
I take everything at face value.
There was a vibe. There was half the people who.
I'm just kidding. I'm not. But
if you made you be happy, you were on the good half. And these people got random bonuses and were usually moved up, had more screen time. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy, or just you didn't like it, you know, you were the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy did. Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay.
I don't like him either.
I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively.
True.
My Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively.
Bring up all the stuff.
And I could tell that the yes men were, doing well, and I was, disgruntled for quite some time. So I've talked to reporters, right, like publicly, and I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used to glaze Jimmy publicly for things I do genuinely think are true. But then it's like, well, how come you didn't talk about the working conditions? Well, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, speak ill of YouTube's golden boy, and then I'm blacklisted forever. I tell people I was talking to you, they go, "Don't, what are you doing? You're going to kill your career." It's like, I have to or I'll be sad.
I have to or I'll be sad.
As far as that.
Yo. That's crazy. I want to see what this guy has to say.
Or I'll be sad.
I really do.
If this is the moment, we're going to talk about it. So, as far as that, that's my covering up of why we didn't talk about XYZ sooner, but now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video that you worked on while you were there?
Fakest video that I worked on while I was there.
Yo, that's crazy, dude. It's just so crazy how, like, a couple weeks ago, that statement never would have came up. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, yeah, what's the fakest MrBeast video? Like, there's a bunch of them, but obviously there's like a ranking to which ones are faked more. And that is, dude, that's, wow. Honestly, if MrBeast has like a crazy downfall, that shit needs to be fucking studied. That needs to be studied, 100%.
This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved to. This is like admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video, crushing my friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was a rock or meteor at the time. I can't remember, but he wanted to do a prank where, unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to think a rock came out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car. Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, my car? What? And on the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video. So Marcus is calling his mom. Marcus genuinely had no idea. He genuinely had no idea. But so Marcus is calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh no, they're gonna call my mom next. So I had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now I'm texting my mom, I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised. And then I hit
Jesus fucking Christ.
send, and then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar. Oh my God, on the fly, she goes, what? I'm on vacation. Mom, my car has been destroyed.
Wait, what?
A meteor hit it.
Jacob, I'm on vacation. Do you understand?
Yeah. I think that
Damn,
video
dude. Yo, she definitely should have won an Oscar with that one. She said, she started freaking out. Oh my God. That remind me of my mom. To be fair, I haven't had my mom yell at me like that in a while. It's been some years.
They're supposed to give me $10K to put a down payment on a new car, and they wanted me to get like a big flashy new car. $10K was supposed to be a down payment. And I can't afford a big flashy new car because I work at MrBeast.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the taxes on. I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the insurance on. So
10K supposed to be a down payment? What the fuck do they want him to get, bro? How about just get him a nice Honda that's gonna run good?
So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, "Why didn't you get a cooler car?" I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? You know, if I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful, I could retire today. But now I make dog shit pay, making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to...
Yeah, what about like, they're at least getting like $100,000 a year, right? If MrBeast employees are not getting $100,000 a year, at least the fucking main ones that do a lot of work, then that's egregious, bro. That is just, everyone should be getting paid extremely well. Everyone at that company they should not have to worry about funds as much as they should have before, or as much as they had to before they started working. I mean, come on. When you start working for a massive organization like that, normally, but we definitely know there is some companies out there that are just scummy as fuck, man.
To the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing. And then, you know, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what Writers Guild industry standard is for the streaming internet content with ads. I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my God, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy howdy, I could retire. But
what's residuals, like percentage based maybe?
Yeah,
right?
The other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy. He had a kid, and I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child. We're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy. Why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up, and
damn.
One of the things I didn't.
Yo, that's actually noble as fuck, man.
He had a child.
If that is, I'm gonna take what he's saying as true. Because like what am I supposed to say? Oh, we don't know if that, obviously we don't know if that's true, but I'm just gonna take what he's saying as true, and that's
I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic,
that's cool, man.
Black guy. He had a
it's
kid.
like sticking up for your
and
fellow
I got
soldier.
paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child. We're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy. Why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up, and one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the B stuff shook out was. The way some of the B stuff shook out was.
What was that? What was up with the audio there?
I feel really guilty about the way it just like shook out. Yeah, I was talking.
Yo, this feels really authentic to me, man. I don't know if this guy's just an amazing, like, if he should be playing in Leonardo DiCaprio movies, or what, but this does feel really authentic, man. I don't know what that little audio thing was, kind of little audio, but it seems kind of like it was just under his breath. He said, talk it out.
I feel really guilty about the way it just like shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, like, it's fucked up, you know, that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, you know, because you deserve to get paid more. You know, I don't have a kid. And he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, you know, because when you grow up with, you know, nothing, not to say that he did, but I know I did, you know. You get a little something, you don't want to lose it.
You don't want to lose it.
So he didn't want to rock the boat.
Dude, if this guy winds up getting fucking fired, I'm gonna be irritated. I'm just saying. If the guy,
But he said, hey man, if that's how you feel, you know, like if that's like, I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me.
Yeah, I mean,
And
he's getting hella emotional.
He backed me up. And I said, I need X, Y, Z, or I'm out of here. And they said, bet. And they gave me a severance check the next day. And they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew,
bro. Damn. Jesus Christ. So they fired him. They gave him his last check. They essentially paid him out to leave. I believe is what a severance check is, where they pay you out a certain amount for you to leave the company.
And they gave me a severance check the next day. And they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it.
Damn, bro. This feels really authentic to me, man. This really does.
Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're going to give me a check and I get to leave? You know, I don't get the deal.
And I get Yo. Oh my god, bro. That's fucked, dude. Holy shit, man. One guy gets fired. He's saying he's happy about it because he got a check and he gets to go. He's like, fucking fire. But he got that other guy got caught in the crossfire, man. The other guy got caught in the crossfire, bro.
Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're gonna give me a check and I get to leave? You know, I don't get to deal with the yeah. How many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day? You know, I get to go home and you're gonna pay me to leave. I was over the moon.
Yo, what?
And he was devastated.
Yeah.
He did not want. I said he's wanting to be in the room, you know. And I really regret that.
I can tell, bro.
We're really still tight. We're still good friends. Is he doing good? Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good.
Man.
Yeah.
So maybe you feel better?
Honestly, best thing I could have done for him. Now that he's very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal.
Yeah. He's trying to be the GOAT of YouTube. And up until, let's be 100% honest, man. Up until these allegations and everything started coming out, he was the GOAT of YouTube. Let's be 100% real. Most subscribers, at least I believe he has the most subscribers. I don't see anyone else having 300 million, but who knows. And, I mean, the production value on all his videos, the amount of views on all his videos, look at everything throughout his channel. And it's just like, come on. But now these allegations come out, and it's like the whole head shifts. The whole thing fucking turns on its head.
I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy?
True.
But I've always thought, if you're going to do something nice for somebody, and you stick a camera in their face.
Yeah, if you're gonna do someone nice to someone, you do it not for a reaction from someone. You do it not to tell someone about it. You do not to all these things. You know what I'm saying? You just do it because you feel out of the kindness of your heart that you want to, man.
Face while you do it. You didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something.
I always think of the clip. I'm sorry I keep pausing. We're probably, I don't know. I'm live streaming, but we're. So I can't see how long the video is currently, but we're probably well over like 25 minutes. But fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I always think of that one video where MrBeast gave the pizza guy the money, and like it's a short clip, and it was in the last video that we did. But it's where he's like, now act really excited, like you're reaching out for the money. Reach out for the money. act really excited. Like, really excited. Like, it's so bad, bro. And the guy's just like, can I just leave? Like,
There was
you
a
can
homeless
tell the guy
on
doesn't
the
want to be
street,
doing
and
it.
you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of...
That's fucking true.
You know,
that is very true, man.
You're crying. That's so good for camera. You know, I'm so glad he's... If you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and... Oh, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you could... Oh, it made me uncomfortable that I was working there. And
well, obviously, that's hella...
I didn't like it.
Dude, come on.
And I vocalized it sometimes. And I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana. You know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know. And then that never happened.
Damn. Dude. So he was real about him in the beginning, him being homeless. And, Carl took my job.
That I was going to be like fourth banana. You know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know. And then that
Dude,
never
it's
happened.
crazy that Chris was
like,
number
hey, I
two,
my
and it's
contract's
not
on
even...
XYZ. And then I got
He's
the
not
severance
even there
checks.
anymore.
So, you know, whatever.
That's wild.
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right. So in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public. Let's have him back for something. You know? Yeah, sure. So I was hoping they call back. You know, and I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days in a maximum security prison. If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was, you know, clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid and compensated for those.
Damn.
But there was one video I was in. I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't come out.
Damn, you still got paid a lot for it though.
Go well.
Hey, that's good that they still paid outright though. At least they did that. Like, Jesus Christ.
There was
you know it's bad when you're like, oh, at least they paid them for the hours that they worked. Like, holy shit. That's when you know it's bad, man. Oh my God. That's
that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the surviving like a $10,000 days, surviving solitary or surviving solitary for whatever. It was one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. And people don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me.
Damn.
And it didn't go well.
It didn't go well? Wait, what happened? You gonna talk about that?
I was already planning on moving to New York, and I had worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast.
I want to hear what happened.
And
with
I had
that
a little
video,
bit of change in my pocket. You know, the most change I had in my pocket ever. You know, small potatoes, compared to Beast bullshit. But you know, I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, "Hey, they want you for a video." I was like, "Oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God." What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. They try to make the pitch sound like it's gonna be like a walk in the park. The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But
yo, what? Yo, were you kidding me? They just did the 100 days in the thing, and that was 2 people. And that was pretty much, I mean, they're in a small little room, but they have stuff in there. But I mean, it's pretty much solitary.
The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But
they
worry,
had each
like,
other.
You only
That's
have
huge.
to last like 30. We have like a video. They're pitching it like at first it's gonna be like a luxury vacation. You're gonna have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine, and like part of the video is gonna be you deciding like what items am I gonna get rid
I
of?
believe we watched the second one because these pictures, this looks hella familiar.
An ice cream machine. And like part of the video is going to be you deciding like what items am I going to get rid of today, and it's like the choice. They were like it's only going to be bad for me to last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first. It's going to be like a breeze for most of it, and by the end of it, after 30 days, you're going to get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day.
Jesus
and I don't
Christ.
know, man. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me. I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face.
I'll
sure.
do whatever.
You're like, you're gonna be locked in this.
He said, I'll do whatever. 300 grand? Yeah, sign me up. I'll fucking go to war. You give me 300 grand, I'll go to war right now. All right, I'll fucking go. I will enlist into the military right now for 300 grand, motherfucker. Talk about.
And we gotta make sure you're on all the time. We're gonna
say
have
you need
cameras on
ground
all the
troops.
time,
I'm a
and
ground
you're
troop.
perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up.
Cause yo, and you're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up about the bad things that go on in this company. Yo, let me grab a snack. Cause I got it on me. Got me a pack of backs. If you're not smoking banana woods, you're going wrong.
On paper, I was like, okay, I can do this, and they always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors have told me that it's because you have too much of a personality. And so, this video, I thought.
Yo, what? Yo, you have too much of a personality. Yo, sorry, we had to cut you out of the video. You were too good. Yeah, you were too entertaining. Honestly, you were more entertaining than Jimmy, so we had to just cut you out completely. Dude, when you have too much of a Alright, if you get cut out of something and they're like, no, you can't do this because you have too much of a personality, that's literally saying you're too good.
That it's because you have too much of a personality. And so,
that's crazy.
This video, I thought.
That makes zero sense.
It's a video they can't cut me out of. I'm the guy. And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do, then I will do that. That I held my tongue and I swallowed my pride and I tried to do one last ride.
One last ride.
And at first it's fine. And they
fine.
just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, Which that's probably not good, the smell of fresh paint in your...
No, it's not good at all.
surroundings for the next XYZ time. It looked good on the visual. Like it looks good on camera. It's movie magic bullshit. It was a terrible facility. I mean, it was in one of the studios. They had to get a separate tank for septic stuff. Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Things were cool and funny on paper, but when you think about stuff, a hot tub if not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. There's not a hot water mechanism, so the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which was a silly complaint, but the shower was always...
No, lukewarm? Come on, bro.
It's cold, and you're taking a quick shower, and I had cameras 24/7 on me, and the ice cream machine, let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 modes, on, and off, reeking of smelly dairy mildew. So I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them.
Jesus Christ.
So the little things started to build up. There was the bug thing wasn't terrible, but it was a factor. And at first it was fine. And you're playing it up because it's a video, and it got to a point where they weren't turning the lights off. I asked them. I said, can we have nighttime hours? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time-lapse shots. The time-lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw another video.
I thought the time-lapse, a lot of the time, they just changed the time anyway, so... Or was this before they were doing that?
They did oh, you're going to get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh, great! Want to know how they figured that one out? I didn't have it. One of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know,
Damn.
The lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep.
Have no idea
I have insomnia problems now, but they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me.
Dude, that'd be fuck. You have no concept
people
of
looking
time.
out for me saying, this, we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
Yes, the United Nations considers sleep deprivation to be a form of torture and war crime under the Geneva Convention and the UN Torture Convention. The UN defines torture as any physical or mental pain or suffering, and sleep deprivation can cause serious physical. Yeah, of course it can. It's also prohibited by international. Said what? That's a war crime, yo. It's literally a war crime.
My friend, my
Holy
good friend.
shit, bro.
And I go. They're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
Yo.
Oh, good.
That's actually
24
nuts,
hours
bro.
breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing. So
24-hour breaking
they're
the
giving
Geneva.
me,
That's
melatonin.
yeah, that's an insane video though. Breaking the Geneva Convention in 24 hours. Yo. Today we're seeing how fast we can break the Geneva Convention.
So they're giving me melatonin. It's not helping.
Melatonin.
And then Jimmy would come in like
Just
every
turn
other day
off
for
the
like
lights,
an hour,
bro.
to check in on me because he's doing other stuff.
Or
I'm just
give
the
him a
guy in the
clock.
cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute. And so he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note with the director over the phone that would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans?
Bruh.
You know how
Jesus
hard it is
Christ.
to do a take of that? And pretend to make it genuine?
Yeah, dude.
I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want your student loans paid off? You just be in this cage.
Get in this
You have
cage,
power
dude.
over
Jesus
people.
Christ.
One person doesn't have resources.
It's straight financial manipulation. That's at least what it seems like to me.
It does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course.
Yeah.
There's something about like having the cameras on me all the time. Like I was not having a good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. I'm a dark comic. I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life. I have my dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. So this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. I don't fuck around with this shit.
Yeah.
I have jokes about that in my act. I joke about it because that's what you do in a traumatic experience. Abusive relationships. I get out of it. The first thing I do is I do a type file about it. So I'm in this situation where my mental health is not good. My physical health is getting worse. But we're filming. So I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera. And I'm being, like, hey, it's been a couple days, I'm not doing so hot, which if I'm filming a video, that's what I should be doing for the camera, but it was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one?
Damn.
If we're allowed to let
That's
these
fucking
cast members
true.
have
Holy
some
shit.
time off of this difficult challenge, how come we couldn't turn the lights off? How come we couldn't maybe not have some time lapse footage for 10 seconds?
Did you try to get out?
Yes! I was starting to calculate, I don't know if I can do 30. How much can I, how can I manage to get out of here sooner and still have a video and still have some cash and get the plug, man. I did. Since we're doing time-lapse shots and since they insisted on time-lapse shots, I said, all right, we'll give you time-lapse shots back. I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me.
Nice.
Like, all right, yeah, go ahead and scrub that footage. You got that whiteboard. Oh no, either that goes in or this footage is unusable. And then James Warren came in and erased it. Don't put that. Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug.
Yeah,
in there,
what the fuck, yo? Really? He came and erased the thing? He can't even promote his own shit? Come on, bro.
Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there. Like we were playing up the joke, it's like I'm the boy in the cage, whatever. Like I'll play into a joke, whatever, it's fine. There's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes with my dad. I'll joke with my dad all the time. That guy's a piece of shit. I hate my dad. I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine, because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad, and I said that to seem weird. I don't like it. We were doing that one of those hide and seek videos. Again, at the time they were a lot realer. So I got caught.
They were a lot realer.
You go to the place where you get caught.
Yeah.
And
this is before the Logan Paul.
I don't know if there's footage of this. I don't know. I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, "All right, you're going to jail. Like your dad."
Like your dad.
And like,
bro, Jesus.
It's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy wasn't my friend.
Yeah.
He was my boss. And that wasn't cool. And so now, I'm locked in a cage at his whim. And I have to do things to get the cash I need to live.
Jesus
and I got
Christ.
these cameras on me all the time. And I was unwell. I had editors coming.
Bruh, and I know he's not the only person who was, like, in this type of position, right? So, it just seems like there's a lot of, which, I mean, we kind of knew it, right? We saw it the whole time, where it's like, if you do this, I'll give you $100,000. You don't have to do it, but if you do it, and it's like, that's extreme financial manipulation, in my opinion. Because to the average person, do fucking anything for 10 grand, for 5 grand, you know what I'm saying? And he's out here offering life-changing money.
Coming up to me. Saying, "You good, bud?"
Which, I mean, it's amazing. Don't let me be the person sitting here like, oh, fucking 100 grand, giving someone 100 grand isn't good. Obviously, giving someone 100 grand is good, right? Especially if you actually do it, because then that person gets $100,000, and that is amazing. All right, that is fucking awesome, but it's the if you do this part of it that makes it, especially when the if you do this part is like crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And I was like, yeah, why?
Like, solitary confinement for 30 days is wild, bro.
And he goes, well, because the footage you're sending in is haunting. Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits. Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm sitting like, who's watching this? Like, who wants to see this? What is fun about this, the video? And so the thing that made me want to, I got to get out. I can't do another day in a year. Jimmy comes in, and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, why is he sleeping? I don't know, because I can't sleep. And he comes in.
Why is he sleeping? I don't know, maybe because he has no sense of time at all, so when he sleeps and wakes up, he's like, fuck, I don't know if I just slept for 4 hours, 2 hours, or if that was 10 hours of sleep. So instantly, after a couple hours, your whole sense of time, not even sleeping, it's completely fucked once you sleep, but before you even sleep, you're in there for a couple hours, your whole sense of time is destroyed. You probably think you've been in there for 3 hours, you've been in there for 50 minutes, like, dude, why is he sleeping? Bro, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And he goes, ask me why I have 2 briefcases. And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, oh, because this one's for today, and this one's for the challenge. And I go, what's the challenge today? He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is.
You're not serious, right? You don't just get off your ass and run a marathon, let alone get off your ass after being stuck in solitary confinement for however long, and then go run a marathon. What am I hearing? Bro,
he goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is. And you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic. I'm dumb. I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge Rubik's Cube. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. I was like, on camera, I don't want to do that. You go, just do it for the thing. Like, kid, you know? Like, there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in-house. You know, that's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake, he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing.
Dude, you did not run 22.
So I people who run marathons train forever, and it's still hard. Again, Ryder. Do I look like I run? I don't run. You know?
Yeah. He's also completely mentally fucked from being in solitary confinement. Let's not forget that, bro. I like that he said, yeah, people who run marathons train. Yeah, they do. They do some sort of training. He's right about that.
So
you could call it training, yeah.
People who run marathons train forever, and it's still hard.
Dude.
Again.
Jesus Christ, man.
Do I look like I run? I don't run.
You don't just get off your ass and be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run a marathon today. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, people who do that die. All right, you die if you do that.
You know,
you just
let
die.
alone a marathon, let alone net training for it. So I was in a sunlightless, you know.
Did you try to say no? Like, did you have a choice, or?
Based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff, like there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know?
Just do the thing.
And if I refuse, it's
why run a marathon?
That's the whole video. I guess the budget's, so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing.
Jesus Christ.
And so I
financial
wanted to
manipulation.
I wanted to get the boost and I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. I was able to take some breaks, and I asked him, how long do I have? He goes, until I get back. And I'm running until 3 a.m. I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just galactic acid.
Dude, you just ran a marathon, bro. You're fucked.
I got off the treadmill.
Holy shit. I'm sorry for laughing, but like, dude, this scenario is like, if someone told you this scenario, you just laugh. You'd just be like, no one's doing that. Stop. But the fact that this guy's actually been through it's like, holy.
Acid,
And once again,
I got
his, not reaction, but how he's acting, it seems very authentic. You know what I'm saying? Not acting's probably a wrong word, because I don't think he's acting. I think everything's like genuine. But
off the treadmill, and then the people that came in.
It feels very authentic. I don't think you could just cry and break down.
Yeah,
like
that's
this.
when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I want out. And that's when I get the psych in, and I talk to the psych about how I'm not well, and
yeah.
Like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you gotta pull him out. Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work. And they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there. Everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him.
Shame what happened to him is crazy, bro.
And I asked him, I said, how much longer are you guys going to keep me in here? And the guy goes, realistically, like, at least 7 more days? No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, everything was fine. So I just, slept for a while. They turned the lights off. And they brought, it's like they brought in all my friends, to make it.
Damn, bro.
They brought in all the people I liked. And Jimmy. Then everybody was around me, making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. But Jimmy had his, he was sitting in the chair turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God. Everyone was looking at me, and he was like Lex Luthor over there. He turns around, he stands up.
Yo, you can tell this guy, like he was saying, and he does comedy and shit, you can tell, bro, because that is funny. They throw in, he's emotional, and he throws in that fucking liner, which is funny. That is funny, bro. Yo, kudos to this guy. This guy, I like this guy, man. I like this guy, bro. This guy's funny, bro. Fuck, like they said, shame what happened to him. Yo, this guy's cool though.
He was sitting in the chair,
Jesus.
turned around like an evil
Fuck,
villain.
man.
Swear to
Hold
God,
up, one
everyone
more
was
time.
looking at me, and he was like Lex Luthor over there. He turns around,
That
he
is
stands
funny.
up.
That is funny. I don't care.
He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. You know when you're watching a video and he's like, "Oh, stop! You're gonna make me cry," and he like touches his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's not. He's just.
Yeah, it's like acting.
I didn't have to pretend to do that shit. She says,
True, real and true.
as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Yeah, you know, your mental health's the most important thing. You know, just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is. I can almost hear the word Sue come out of his mouth. The S. He just stopped right before it got out. I did not get the 300K. What I got. He goes, think of it this way.
300K.
At least you get to keep what you earned. You know, you were in there for XYZ days. You did XYZ challenges, so you got, you know, 100,000 some change, you know, give or take. You know how much money I spent in taxes in 2021? I spent $44,000 in taxes alone. And
Fucking Jesus Christ. Chat, that's more than I make in a year, alright? That's insane, bro. Holy fuck. I can't even imagine. I still can't wrap my head around, like, having to pay money at the end of the year. That's crazy, bro. That is insane.
give or take. You know how much money I spent in taxes
Dude.
in 2021?
Obviously, I know why you have to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay. We gotta pay for all the extra shit. You know what I'm saying? All the extra stuff. But, like...
I spent $44,000 in taxes
That's
alone.
crazy. It's almost
And now-
half.
I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I
Nice.
bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals.
Nice.
You know, my family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. And haven't been back on a Beast set in any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then. And then they did the video with somebody else, and they worked out the kinks.
Yeah.
And then I'd still gotten some hot water, and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time. And
Damn. Yeah, you can tell, like, it feels good for him to get this off.
I feel good, though.
Yeah. Fuck
I just had to
yeah.
get that off there.
Yeah.
So I just want to hop in here and show some text that Jake sent me after this interview. This is July 29, 2021, a few days after he got out of solitary. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep, even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters on my feet still hurt to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things. Reminder, this is not supposed to be a traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a MrBeast video. Hey
Yeah,
Jake, hope you're
real
doing
shit.
okay. Meg and I just wanted to check in on you. Hey, I'm good and I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering a bit, but back in therapy and my therapist is concerned. Haha, but my legs and joints feel better. Like I can walk, but my feet are still covered on those blisters and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet.
Wait, what? Oh, so it'll be like a month before I get the money. Damn.
And let them heal. I'm in Raleigh with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money, and they aren't giving me all the money. They're giving me
Therapist who knows and cares about you.
what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face. But hey, I'm
Damn,
out.
the
I'm
therapist,
alive.
fuck
Therapist
them.
who
Yo,
knows
therapist riding hard, bro.
and cares about you. The whole thing was so fucked, and honestly, fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best with your recovery, and please feel free to reach out if you need anyone to talk to or need a place to crash in New York. Hope you're doing well, man. That video you uploaded is money. So good. I appreciate. I'm doing better physically. Mentally, I'm still kind of in a place. I still can't sleep. I've slept 5 hours in the past 3 days, marathon included. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of thinking, too much one might say. Hope they're taking care of you where they can. I mean, I was kind of shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25, 30 days. They paid me what I made up to that point. Like, even when we have to pull the plug for my mental health, the mechanism of the game is still at play. I'm just happy to be out. I still can't walk well, but it hurts less. And like, I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge. So at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's bitch. Like, if I was Carl and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If the guy breaks down also, 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told them everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. But like, the way the video is meant to function is the problem. It's a bad idea, full stop. It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical, like on every level. Off-camera breaks, lights off at night, visitation, take the marathon out. Marathon is a video in itself. You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of
real shit. That's a great point. A marathon is a video in itself, bro. Like,
in itself. You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of content. The challenges really made it feel dehumanizing. Felt like a parody of MrBeast. I felt like the homeless guy they could exploit. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. Part of me wants the footage burned, and part of me thinks that there's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health updates. He said, we also don't want you to, and I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself from saying sue. Oof. Also, as far as like, he could have said no, he could have left at any time. I want to show this segment from an internal document at MrBeast called How to Succeed in MrBeast Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called No Does Not Mean No. Already insane, because it's sort of, it seems to be co-opting the plot.
It's the craziest thing I've ever read. This, you put this in any context, any fucking context, and it's, dude. Dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take a no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside, we call the local Dollar Tree and the person that answers says no, you can't film here. That literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to, bro, what? The other employees and see if any are fans or if your boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter, try their social media.
Popular anti-rape slogan, which is a terrible look given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon. It reads,
pushing through
when dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, crazy, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you can call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers says no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to other employees and see if they are fans or if any have kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team. If all avenues are exhausted and you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Basically what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that when combined dramatically improve your probability of success when producing here. So yeah, this idea of like pushing through no.
Dude, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Those is a big component to working at MrBeast. And the way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job. Yep. So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up. So the producer's sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job, like where it talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired, you know? I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from part 1. I had seen this Reddit post titled MrBeast leaving trash behind and debris at film site in Aden, North Carolina. Apparently he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and almost delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to get in contact with MrBeast to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a MrBeast video called Protect the Yacht, Keep It. Where at the end of that video, he actually says...
I never watched this one.
Yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-Series.
Yes, so he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey, I heard these rumors. I'm investigating similar incidents. And the camp responded, actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace, or forgiveness, has been offered to me so freely, I will...
Cast and crew we hosted in March, put on quite a bit of production. I was able to meet some great folks across the country who specialize in special effects and places. I learned a lot about them first. Professional, they took their job very seriously, and safety was always their first priority. We were so contracted to the production crew and made sure everyone stayed in one form, work with the producer.
Will choose to offer the same. So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by MrBeast production team. And that's like sort of the thing is, if you're around Greenville, you know these stories of people working with MrBeast and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say. But they sort of get by a lot on their good public image. And like, I mean, this camp offered to host them completely for free. And I guarantee, like, if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like, you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like, they didn't clean it all up. So in the case of Jake Weddle, like, I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video, and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of, like, him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him into staying. Which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like, he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure to stay in, it's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, you know, walked out.
Because of the implication.
Because of the implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe, had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I do have empathy for it. Because I, had it rough growing up, and I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand-up, he loves YouTube, everyone, fixates on a thing.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad. And because the industry's metrics, rewarded
he wants to be
some not great behavior. If you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say, you can do some things that maybe aren't good, but reap reward. And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded. And he didn't care who got hurt. And I think Jimmy surrounded himself with really, really not so great people, and those people were the ones making the decisions. And I want to say, really important, there are so many good people that work at MrBeast who are damn good at their jobs. Like,
I like that he's adding this in.
When Jimmy comes in and asks for something impossible,
some people might take what he's saying as like everyone.
It's
I like
these
that he's
people's jobs to do it.
So we're almost done with this.
And they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do. And so, I don't think people wanted to talk about stuff because I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs.
Yeah,
I don't care about my fucking job. I'll die in a hole. I don't care. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't want anyone's reputation.
And he spazzes. He spazzes, and it's funny, bro. It's funny. It's his comedic side coming out, bro. I don't care about my fucking job. I don't fucking know. Like, that is funny, bro.
I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs.
I like this guy, man.
I don't care about my fucking job. I'll die in a hole. I don't care. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I like that.
I don't want anyone's reputation to be fucked.
Yeah.
You know? But, let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may.
Okay.
My dad was like a swim coach, your neighborhood swim team. Everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
And so, when stuff starts hitting the fan.
That happens a lot.
What? Him? No. Shirley. And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not, But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, You just go. When I saw my dad in the news, I said, "Oh, you idiots!" Like I was like, "No," I was, "Oh, dumbass, god damn it!" But I wasn't surprised, and it was just a consequence of happening to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time.
Moment,
and
but it is worse than that. Worse
I
than
don't know,
just
everybody
dumbass.
loves Jimmy,
Bro.
and behind closed doors, he is not super great,
shirt,
and that image is cultivated purposefully and intentionally, and it's branding, it's marketing, it's YouTube.
It's YouTube.
Okay, so I guess, just one final question on a serious note. Obviously, the Ava Chris Tyson drama, and, that's a known issue of traditional media.
Is that later?
Did you witness or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast, just because I was on Beast Hacks. Now Beast Reacts. I don't know if it's still out. That was a lot of fun because it was just being silly and goofy in front of the camera. And Ava was the only person who was willing to film. Everybody else was too busy or didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes
I
there'd
was
be like
just
an
trying to
offhanded
do
joke.
my job.
That's a little gross. I mean, I'm a stand-up, so I'm very desensitized to that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like when I saw, the reason I messaged you instead of talking to reporters sweetly like I have been was when I saw the Discord stuff. Because when I got there, it was like 2019. So I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term. And then they started bringing more people on. Maybe they thought they had that under the rug. All right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers. And
Yo,
when I
Jesus
saw
Christ.
all that stuff start coming out, and the potentiality, as of this moment of recording, I know this has been happening fast and stuff has been coming out so fast. Just the potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats, or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats. After the shit he did to me, and if you're gonna make fun of my dad,
Yeah, he's over.
I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation. After this, I had to say some stuff. So whatever happens at this point.
Outside of Ava Chris Tyson, did you notice any or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people. The idea that Jimmy
That's definitely weirdo
didn't
shit.
know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image.
Well, I mean, he said the idea. Someone already 100% is, the whole Chris shit is out. So, from what we know, he didn't. We don't know, bro. I don't know. But he's fucking weird, obviously.
The tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. How do you prove that, Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything.
Why is everything
Who worked
blurred out?
there? And like you can, you know,
Wait, who
someone
is that?
pees in public, you're on the registry. You know, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on the. That's not one. That's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated. That's one thing. You know, like if you do your time, that's fine. I think.
No, no. What? What are we talking about here? No, that's not fine. You don't just get to come back and work at a normal job. No. I'm sorry. No. Fuck no. You shouldn't even be fucking getting out. All right. So what are we talking? No. I'm putting a hard fucking stop right there, bruh. No. Bro, what? Bro, I still think it's crazy that they get released. Like, what are we talking about?
And like you can, you know, someone pees in public, you're on the registry. You know, you get it.
Yeah, that's
you
so
can still have a
different,
job
bro.
after you're on the.
That's so
not
different.
one. That's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated. That's one thing. You know, like if you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country.
Yeah, but not for
But that guy.
not for certain things. There's certain things I feel like you can't rehabilitate. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that you just can't rehabilitate, man. And that I don't know if I feel like it's one of them. I feel like it's one of them where it's like they're probably gonna do it again, right? Like same with murder. Like it's like I don't know. It just I don't feel comfortable with rehabilitating those kind of people personally. Like it's not down my ideal road. My ideal road. Those people are left. They're not even on that road.
You know, you get it.
All those
you can
people
still have
are
a
gone.
job after you're on the. That's not one. That's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated. That's one thing. You know, like if you do your
You
time,
can get
that's
rehabilitated
fine.
for
I think
like
there should be
smaller crimes.
Rehabilitation in this country. But that guy.
Like say you have a habit of robbing. Like say you just like robbing things, or say like smaller crimes. Like let's not try to bring the fucking crazy psychopath fucking weirdos back into society. Let's fucking
From what I
just bury
hear,
them.
like I
Like, what
can't
are we
confirm or
doing?
deny. From what I hear,
Dude.
he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people, and they knew that. And he's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started.
Jesus
And
Christ.
You know that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around.
Who is it?
And whenever he is.
Wait, it's this dude? Who the fuck is this dude?
Videos. He'll be in
Who is that? Oh, what's up, bro?
You got an off-brand PS5?
That's a real PS5. Doesn't look like that because Dad doesn't have a disc drive. What's up, little girl? Yeah, what's up?
Thumbnails, he'll be around. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender? With a physical mask? Like, do I have to... Is it more on the nose? Or... I don't know why they let him go because
no.
there's...
It's playing without me. What did I miss? It was playing without me. Sorry, I had to go. I give my sister a hug. I give my sister a hug.
And that your face could be looked up on a
This
thing?
hug.
How much more can you literally cover up a sex because
Yeah, so he's talking about this
is.
guy, weirdo.
He's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much
On
more
the
can
thing?
you literally cover up a sex offender?
Jesus Christ.
With a physical mask? Like, do I
Yeah,
have
that's
to...
crazy.
Is it more on the nose? Or... I don't
That
know
is
why they let him
wild,
go
though.
because there's rumors back and forth. You know, so I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if...
Probably because he was I mean, what are we talking about? I don't know why they let him
That
go.
guy didn't do anything. They still knew about it, and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. He's like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently, they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname? Colloquially? He's like,
what?
Yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why. You know?
Yo,
the
hello?
Fuck?
And Jimmy knew about it?
The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomically low.
Yeah, well,
okay, so finally I have a record.
If he works there, come on. And the channel's way smaller. It's way smaller crew.
Phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former MrBeast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the MrBeast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record off the registry, and that's what actually like sparked this person to start recording.
Dude, God, I don't like how the voice is. I know they did it for, fucking, so they can be anonymous, but still.
Okay, so Reed is MrBeast's former manager who was in the last video telling Jimmy, you know, hey, don't promote gambling to children. So, you know, I think
I'm just saying, it's been bugging me the whole time. Bro, fix your hair, please. Fix this part of your hair, please. Just pull it down right there. Just pull that little bit down. Please. Please, bro.
Reed's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy would.
Yeah, I've already said this, man. The gambling to children, man, that is... Obviously, it's fucked up, but society as a whole has already normalized it with 1,000 different examples. So, like, dude, come on. If we're gonna go after Jimmy, but go after other people, but, dude, that's not even... Like, that's nothing, dude, compared to the other shit, bro. All the other shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about the gambling thing because we have a way bigger problem on our hands, dude.
Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it's...
The gambling thing is a real problem, too, by the way, but go after all the other companies doing it.
Seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know, but, you know, I know that's... I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with, so I'll just say preemptively, like... You know, if somehow Jimmy didn't know about Delaware, I think it's still such an extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks. You're not. Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know.
Yeah.
I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company and you know, a company that makes content for children and is around children? So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you or you know, your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and on how you could have not known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. And while you're responding to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, you know, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games, you should address those too. So yeah, just let us know. Okay, that was my interview with former MrBeast employee Jake Weddle. I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content.
Yeah, okay.
So I just wanted to shout him out.
Oh, here we go. Here's him right here. 18 hours ago, 500,000 views.
Jake Weddle, top link in the description.
Dude, 6 mil in 19 hours.
I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing what you're doing.
So long.
Thank you for watching. Damn, okay. Well, if that guy really worked at MrBeast and everything he said was true, holy fuck, man. Jesus Christ. You can like the video if you want to like the video. Go sub to DogPack404 also if you want to do that. Wow, man. That's... Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I guess we move on to something else now, chat. Oh my god. That was insane, bro.